Alright, with the new expansion for Elden Ring coming out, I decided to make a little video here talking about how to get a plus 10 summer weapon as fast as possible in the base game. To start out, you're going to need to pick your class. For the purpose of the video, I picked Rich, but the best starting class will be the Samurai because they start with the Uchi Katana, which has bleed on it. Make sure when you're picking your new class that you pick up the Stone Sword Key as your keepsake, as this will be very useful later on. After picking your character, you'll enter the tutorial area, and after activating the boss fights, just jump off the cliff, and this will be the fastest way to get to the next section. When you resurrect, you'll progress as normal, and your goal is to get to Melena's bonfire as fast as possible. Do not aggro everything in the map like I did here, and you should be fine. After getting Torrent from Melina, there is going to be a chest nearby with a flail. This is a weapon that also has bleed on it if you did not pick the Samurai class. Our next goal here is to reach Fort Faroth. To do this, just head north and you will eventually find an abandoned church with the mixed physic. Near the church in the river, you're going to find a warp gate covered by some bushes. Activate the warp gate and you will eventually be transported to Caelid. After getting transported to Caelid, you're going to want to head south, activating any bonfires and picking up any items along the way. And then inside of the forts, you're going to find two important items. You're going to find a Dectus Medallion, and you're going to find the Radagon Sword Seal, a ring that will increase most of our base stats by +5. Inside of Fort Faroth, make sure you just run past everything, because if you stop and try and fight them, you'll probably die, as we are severely underleveled for this area. After jumping down the hole here, you're going to find a little ledge that's kind of hidden, but you just jump to it, go down the ladder, and you're going to find our Sword Seal. Make sure you remember to equip that bad boy so we can move on to our next task. Eventually, Melina is going to approach you and is going to take you to the round table, our hub. And after that, our next task is to go and get the gold chicken foot at the bottom of this basin. This will increase our rune gain temporarily, which will be important later on. And then we are going to go and prepare to fight the Bloodhound Knight. So you can just straight up fight the Bloodhound Knight here, but another way is to activate our wolf friend Blide. After going to the ruins where Blide is and finding out where he is, you can go back to this merchant here and he will give you an emote. After that, go back to Blide. You're going to use the finger snap emotes in the proximity, and then he will jump down and you can talk to him. After talking to him and exhausting his dialogue, you can summon him for the fight with the Bloodhound Knight. And with Blide active, we only need to go to the Gao where the Bloodhound Knight is being held prisoner. After entering the Gal, you're going to find Blide's summoning symbol. You can summon him if you want. If you do summon him and win, you'll actually get a Somber Stone 2, which will help out a little bit, but it's not completely necessary for this. After beating the Bloodhound Knight, we will have the Bloodhound Fang. Go Go to a nearby bonfire and level up your dexterity with the sword seal equipped, and your dexterity level, you should be able to two-hand the Bloodhound Fang. Our next goal is to reach the blacksmith EG. Along the way, you're going to want to talk to any NPCs and pick up any items along the way, because this will be a long trek. After reaching EG, our goal here is to use one of our bleed weapons and to go back to the Fort Feroth. We're going to go kill our dragon here and get a ton of runes for level ups. So you can equip any bleed weapon, and then you're just going to want to wail on your dragon here. Eventually he'll start bleeding out. Before he dies, you're going to want to use the gold chicken foot, and this will increase the runes we get. After killing him, you'll get to over 100,000 runes with the gold chicken foot used, and this will help for buying what we need and leveling up our character. So when leveling up our character, I usually made sure I had the base stats to use the weapon I wanted, and then I put the rest into vigor, so we would die less. After that, we can go back to EG and we can buy the somber smithing stones from him, and we can get any somber weapon to +4 at this point, which will help out greatly. Then our next goal here is to find the dragon nearby, and he is guarding the key to the academy, which is a very important key item for the base game. After getting the key to the academy, our next goal is to actually get inside of the academy. So to do this, there are two ways to get into the academy. One uses a wind funnel to get to the top, or you can access that side of the gates. After getting inside, we are looking for the Iron Maiden in the area. When the game first came out, this was kind of a hidden little area, but people eventually found out this was a secret method into the Volcano Manor because it is associated with the questline to Patches. After reaching the elevator, you're going to want to go down the elevator, and at the very bottom we're going to find our Iron Maiden enemy. Now this is very important. You're going to want to get eaten by the Iron Maiden. So you don't want to die to the saw blades, you want to actually get eaten. And it has to be a final kill. Once you die, you'll respawn in the Volcano Manor and we can start the new section. You can jump off the cliff here and you will survive the drop. Just make sure you have enough flasks to actually heal yourself back up. After that, you're going to want to find the elevator, go back up, go back the other elevator. You'll find the smithing stone 5 here, so now we can get our weapon to +5. We also have smithing stones 6 and 7 in the area. So by following this pathway, we're going to get our somber stones 6 and 7. And we're going to activate the bonfire in the area, so in case we lose our fights against the Godskin, we actually have it respawn points. You're also able to use the fast travel when you activate this bonfire here. So, at this point, this is the best point to backtrack if you're not going to use the Bloodhound Fang as your primary somber weapon. This is the best time to go get a different somber weapon if you want to use something else other than the Bloodhound Fang. When you feel like you're ready, go back and beat the Godskin here, and then he will unlock the next area where we will get our Somberstone 7. After beating the Godskin, just progress through the area like you normally would on any playthrough. You'll eventually find a gargoyle statue that needs the stone sword keys. Remember how I said those are important? Yeah, this is why we need the stone sword key as our keepsake. After using the stone sword key, our goal is to reach the bottom of this darkened area, and at the bottom of this area we're going to find a new pathway that will lead us to our Somberstone 7. Somberstone is guarded by an Iron Maiden enemy. Just run past them, pick it up, and you got it. Got that Somberstone 7. After that, we just need number 8. For this, we just need to go back to Fort Faroth where we killed the dragon. And over near the tower here, we're going to find a loot bug. Get this loot bug, and this will drop the Somberstone 8. Now, after we got 8, we just need to activate Vare's quest line. Make sure you go back to the start of the game and you talk to him. Then we're going to want to fight Margot's? I don't know. For some reason I call them Margot's. Anyway, with a +6 or +8 weapon, he should be very easy to beat. Just make sure you have your dodge and you should be able to beat him no problem with a +8 or +6. And after beating him, your next goal is to go into Stormvale. You're going to want to talk to the guy that's near the gates. After talking to him, tell him you want to open the gates. After the gate is open, our goal is to just bum rush, and just keep dodging and rolling, bob and weave, all that good stuff, until we get to our Godric, our next boss fight. So again, with a +6 or +8 weapon, Godric should be pretty easy for you. But after beating Godric, our world will change slightly. And after beating him, we just need to go back to our hub world. And we need to talk to the 2 fingers and the maiden that's near the fingers. After that, you want to go back to Vare. But Vare will no longer be there. He will leave a message for you telling you to go find him. So we are going to do that. We need to go to the Blood Church, which is in the Liurnia Lakes. After that, he's going to give you some invasion items. So what you need to do here is you want to invade 3 people. Then after invading 3 people, he will give you a new quest line. He'll give you a piece of cloth. Your goal is to reach the Chaos Village, or the Frenzy Village. Near the Dexus Lift, you're going to find this Frenzy Village. Just keep on going. There is a Frenzy Tower. You can go to the top of the tower and take out the guys there, and this will stop the tower. But it's not completely necessary to actually stop the tower. But if you don't, you'll actually take damage, and yeah, you're going to get frenzied a bunch of times trying to just run past it. When reaching the church on the top of the Frenzied Village, you're going to find a bonfire. Make sure you activate it, and you want to fight Vike, our invader here. And you're going to stain the cloth that Vare gave you. After getting that cloth, you want to go back to Vare. You're going to want to accept his offer. He will then give you the Pureblood Knight's Medallion. He's going to tell you not to use it, but you're just going to ignore him, and you're going to use it. This will teleport you to the Mogwen Palace. And here is where we're going to find our Somberstone 9 and 10. So make sure you pick everything up here, because everything here is a high level. And there is our Somberstone 9 right there. After that, make sure you loot as much as you can in the area, activate the graces, and we're going to go get our final Somberstone. All right, now that we got our Summerstone 9, our goal is to get our Summerstone 10. So in this area, everything's gonna be super high end game level. With a level 6 or level 8 weapon, everything should be killable. But our goal here is to get our Somber weapon to 10, not kill everything in the area. There's lots of endgame stuff here, lots of endgame weapons, some seeds. Make sure you pick up everything. And then we're going to go to the palace area where we first spawned into the area. Out of this, keep going up, keep going up. You're going to find a bunch of enemies. You do not need to fight all of them. They are super tanky and will probably be a waste of time to just try and fight everything. But after that, we're going to enter the dark cave here. And after exiting the cave, we're going to get a grace, activate the grace, and we're going to find our Summerstone 10 right there in front of the grace. There's going to be lots of enemies guarding that Summerstone, so be prepared to die a few times when trying to get it. And there it is. We got it. There is our Summerstone 10. Now with that, you can make your max plus 10 summer weapon at the start of the game with barely any bosses beaten except Godwin and Margaret. If you enjoy this, remember to like, follow, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. I'm planning on making a few videos about the expansion and possibly other videos about Elden Ring, so if you enjoy Elden Ring content, I will be making a little more of it when the expansion comes out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.